Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another NIKKE reaction. Today we have ARK Guardian Nearly White. This one was requested by Optiwand in the comments of the last video, and quite a few people wanted me to get to this. Sorry, Lost Sector group, you're not winning again. So many people want me to get to Lost Sector and listen to more of that, but I gotta do what the most people want me to do. That's the way democracy works, ain't it? Okay, so I guess I'm gonna be listening to this today. Without further ado, let's go!
The sounds is what I never knew.
A little Celine Dion in that watt.
It's nearly white, so purified like one side. Softly coming near,
okay. I'm loving this tone. This is so good. I mean, this is majestic as hell. Like, it's so gentle. The sound design's doing a lot for it, but man, overall, it's so gentle, but it keeps just enough energy going. Just that constant drone on that note. I love that too, that's such a good sample. Got such a good bite to it, just got like a slight crack to it, just that's such a good sample. I'm loving the percussive design in here. There's so many little things. This vocalist is fucking insane too, by the way. Like, I'm like enraptured by this. Ooh, God, that little vocal lilt at the end. Oh, God, that's so good. It's so small. Like, it's such a minor thing to do, but those adjustments, that's what really makes the energy and emotion lay its teeth into your skin. You cannot fucking get away when that sort of shit happens. And to end on that, how dare you even? Hell yeah. Haru and LVPS at Art of Sound. fan-fucking-tastic job on the production of this song. I know there's a lot of other people obviously involved here, as well as Sunnie, the vocalist. We'll get to her. Holy shit. But let's just start with like the technical stuff of the production, why this was so good. There are so many people to thank for this song, and I want to thank all of them, but it's so solid. It's so well-rounded. It is a beautiful song held in such tight production. I think the worst thing about this song, which I will kind of touch on a little bit later as well, is probably the lyrics. There was definitely a lot of dubious English going on, especially the chorus. I'm not gonna like harp on that, but there was just a few things. The placement of everything in this song was gorgeous. The absolute mastery of reverb on this song, the voice, the way that Sunnie's voice was produced, the way that it was processed, fucking perfect. The exact amount of compression, the exact amount of S's, like there was just enough sibilance on the end that it didn't feel like it was overdoing it, but it was also compressed enough that it felt like it was part of the rest of the music and everything in here. Every synth was working together at the same goal. Every little like flavor thing done on the piano, every single little accentual like fucking ornamentation, gorgeous. Fucking brilliant. Oh, this is such a good song. This track had a beautiful synergy, like starting from the beginning all the way to the end. Everything worked together, like I said, but it's also just the evolution of the song as well. You start kind of quiet. You start a little bit more subtle. Things are happening. There's more piano than anything else. There's a few deep impacts, like the percussion stuff just way in the background, very heavily affected, very heavily processed, throwing those way back there, more cinematic than anything, just to place you in the space for the song and prepare for a little bit more that was definitely added later, which again, one of those huge things about this song that was so good was the handling of the percussive stuff in here. The little sound design aspects, I always talk about these and how good they can be and how much of a bummer it is when they're not done well, but this song did it so well. Just enough high-end little flourishes for the percussive stuff, these like little cracks and like clinks and clanks happening just up in the space and existing, but also you have this beautiful low-end thud that's happening that keeps that bass line together. And again, that cracky snare, oh god, it's just so good. That had the perfect amount of mid-range too to like bridge all that with just enough high-end to make it feel like it's whippy and cracky. Like it's some of the best that I've heard recently. Like as far as percussion goes, some of the best production done for that. It can be hard to quantify what is good and bad percussive accenting, but like this is one of the things that I focus on a lot in my life. Shocker. And it's something that I love to hear. So obviously I'm gonna love it when it's done well, and this song did it phenomenally well. The high end and low end, like I said, that perfect balance, just keeping that resonance around, and that droning, that was more like on the synth and piano where it had that constant tone going, and that turned into a bass line when we got into like the bridge for the chorus and everything, like the pre-chorus. That like evolved as well as the rest of the song. This entire song is so interesting in how it starts so subtly, and then it only adds like just slight things for like the next verse. That second verse having just that dun 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 is an evolution from basically just having the standard piano, like the chords going in the first part of the song. So this is never halting. The song is moving forward. It's projecting this feeling of emotional welling. You're getting more and more invested in the song because the song is bringing you with for that adventure. You're not just hearing somebody talking about their past and their experiences. You're getting to experience that emotional well from that lowest mental state to the highest peak of that mental anguish, like we saw at the end there, where the visuals definitely help place that. But again, the song itself evolving the way it did brings you just a little bit more each and every time, so you're not missing out on any of that growth. You're feeling that tension build, that regret, that anger, that pain, and you're experiencing it. You're not just hearing it, you know? It's just not somebody talking at you. You're feeling that with them. That's what makes this song work so well for what it was doing, and everything else in here as well, with like the guitars and all that, all adding to this beautiful soundscape, and all those drums in there, again, just keeping everything locked down and adding as you go in order to add a little bit more impact as the song progresses too. It's just, oh man, it's so good. So now onto the vocalist, Sunnie. Holy shit, where did they find this vocalist. She is so good. She has such a clear, just a slight airiness to her voice that fits perfectly with this sort of emotional piece, having a little bit of that wispiness in the voice. Beautiful decision to bring somebody like this on, the perfect tone possible. She also delivered in just general singing performance. She's an amazing vocalist. I have no complaints about anything she did here, and I don't know exactly how their process works here. Some people, when they bring on vocalists, will be like, hey, what would you do for this? And sometimes they'll just make a full demo and be like, sing exactly what we wrote. I don't know what's going on here as far as that goes, obviously, but like, I want to know if she was involved in some of those decisions, like that one spot at the very end, that last note, having it move. That is unfair. And the reason is entirely psychological, because it's that moment of emotional peak that I mentioned earlier. It's something that's shifting, it's wavering, it's bringing you with the song just for that one little moment. That last thing she says, it cracks a little bit, like a voice would crack when you're getting angry enough that you can't keep yourself composed anymore. It's that little detail that makes the entire song feel so much more interesting and has so much more impact all the way up until the end. They did a brilliant job with that. And again, I don't know if Sunnie actually did that on her own or if she was directed to. Either way, fantastic choice, brilliant performance on her part. And it just like, where has she been? Like, why is she not more popular? I like checked her YouTube channel. She only has like a couple hundred subscribers on there. I don't know if she's like a part of a group or anything. I didn't look that deep, but she fucking better be doing something. She's got an amazing talent. And at very least, if she isn't doing anything else, they should definitely keep her number and use her for more stuff, because holy shit, they need to use her voice more often. This is a brilliant talent that I don't want to see disappear anytime soon. And the last thing, like I said, is going to be the lyrics, because it is the worst part of the song, but that's not entirely their fault. I mean, trying to write within language barriers is a pain in the ass, and I'm not necessarily faulting them for that, but I also understand what they're saying. When I read the lyrics, I'm not entirely lost. Some of it just doesn't make full sense. Like just the chorus, as I brought up earlier, can you forgive me blind? Can you tell me that I'm right? Still, I'm nothing late to shine. Shine really bright. Beloved, so we leave it all behind, 'cause now's the time we realize. Again, most of that makes sense, but like, still I'm nothing late to shine is a very bad phrasing, if I'm being real with you. It's not necessarily god-awful. I've heard worse versions of songs written in terrible English before, but it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, it's a little bit iffy. There's also something in verse 2 that immediately follows that, where it's like, barely hard to hear without a tear. And it's like, again, I understand what they're trying to say there, but it's just clunky. Same thing with inhaled a little while, reminding me why all voids were inside. You know, like, I get it. They're talking about, I took a deep breath because you reminded me of the holes that you had left. There you go. I just accidentally wrote new lyrics. Either way, though, that's the point, though. This fits for the phrasing of the music. It's not like it's god-awful. It's just a thing that happens when you're trying to write a song and you're not a native speaker in English. You have to make some weird adjustments, and sometimes even people who are very good at English and speak both languages tend to forget linguistic details. That's something that happens all over the fucking place. I'm not blaming them necessarily for this, but as a general, like, constructive criticism thing, that's something to pay attention to and be careful of. If you don't have somebody working on the lyrics as like a localizer, and you're doing something in a language that you don't speak, doesn't matter what the fuck it is, make sure you ask somebody who might be able to at least proofread it and maybe rework some of those phrases. Some of them are so obvious, like that one I accidentally kind of rewrote, that it's easy to phrase them as they need to be, but it can be a little bit more dubious when you have to fit enough syllables into that space. So again, it's not like I'm faulting them for this, but it does happen, and it's one of those things that, even though I enjoyed this song and I would still rank it very highly, is worth mentioning. But I think that's about all I gotta say on this one. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to another NIKKE song, by all means, drop in the comments below and I will do my best as always. I'll also be playing NIKKE again this next week, sometime in the later half of the week, so keep an eye out if you want to see me play more of that, because I did my first stream of it this past week, like a few days ago, and I've been enjoying it. So if you want to see more of that, the VODs will still be up. You can still watch them. Go for it if you want to. But otherwise, if you just enjoyed this video and you want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that. And I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!